Jack and Mo cooking show where we've got easy meals for busy families on the go. Today we're working on what I call a BLD. It's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make a make-ahead breakfast burrito. And the reason why we call it make-ahead is because you can make about a dozen of these things and put them in the freezer. I'll show you how to do that, how to wrap them up just right. And then you can pull them out of the freezer, put them in the microwave for about 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and you've got your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And I used to do this for Morgan all the time while she was in school. You know, sometimes you have those mornings where everything is going wrong and you're running and you're scrambling and you're trying to get out the door. You can literally put these in the microwave and let the kids eat them in the car on the way to school. We did that once or twice. Okay, so what I did here was I cooked up about a pound of Italian-style turkey sausage. And I tried to find this ground in the meat department at the grocery store, but I couldn't. So I bought the links, the big links, and I just cut the casings off and cooked them up. And if you find that your sausage gets a little dry, you can just add a little water to it. Okay, so our sausage is pretty much ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of frozen home fried potatoes. Okay. And we're going to stir those around a little bit. And we're going to add a little salt and pepper to these guys. So as my grandmother used to say, a little pinch of pepper. And a little smidgen of salt. Mike, we should look up someday what the exact measurement is of a pinch and a smidge.
I think it's right up there with to taste.
There you go.
Season to taste.
We're going to stir this up a little more. The reason we put the potatoes in first, folks, is because they're frozen. They got to cook a little longer than everything else. Okay. So now we're going to add some chopped peppers. So this is a 1/4 cup of chopped peppers, chopped green peppers.
Just a bell pepper?
Just a bell pepper. Mix that up.
If you want to get fancy, you can use the red and green bell pepper.
Yeah, or a yellow one. Didn't we had the Hawaiian pepper, remember, Mike?
I do.
With the Caribbean stir fry. First time I'd ever seen it, the first time you'd ever seen it. Yeah, now we got about 1/4 cup of onions. And I know there's folks out there that don't care for onions. You can always just leave them out. This is one of these recipes that you can adapt to the different things you like in your breakfast burrito. I'm going to turn up the heat a little, Mike.
All right.
Okay, so we have our pound of turkey sausage, Italian-style turkey sausage. We have our 1/4 cup of peppers, 1/4 cup of onions. Now we're gonna pour in 4 eggs. And once we get these puppies in here, we're gonna scramble the whole thing. First, I'm gonna add a little more salt and pepper. Two more pinches and another smidge. Okay, we're going to turn up the heat and we're going to take out our spatula. Spatula.
Do you have like a bed drawer for it?
Well, bat cave.
Yeah. No, it's basically the batting rack.
The batting
you got a batting rack for that one?
No. Good idea, though. I was going to say, speaking of bachelor, baseball season starts pretty soon.
Yes.
And that makes me happy.
They're unjuicing the unjuiced balls this year.
Yeah, so another thing we're gonna start this week, something new, is a segment I'm going to call Prophecies of a Single Parent. And we're just going to talk about some things that single parents need to consider. I'm going to talk a little bit about my story about being a single parent. And, you know, step by step, we're just going to give some tips and things you can do to create a home, a second home for your child, and make them feel welcome in a new place, you know, a couple times a week, and what you can do to prepare your home. But the very first thing I had to decide when I knew I was going to be a single parent was what kind of a single parent I wanted to be. Did I want to be proactive and involved in every single step of my daughter's life? Or was I going to accept that I was being dictated that I was going to have every other weekend, and that was the extent of my relationship with my daughter? Well, survey says, wrong answer. I chose for option A, and I spent a good 2 years, and the agreement went back and forth several times, and when all was said and done, after working with my attorney, I was able to have about 14 days a month with my daughter, which gave me the ability to be part of the parenting process. So I was able to be a part of things like, you gotta eat your dinner, you gotta do your homework, you gotta get ready for bed, you gotta get up in the morning, you gotta get dressed, you gotta get ready for school, it's time to eat your breakfast. And I got to do that 2 or 3 times a week. And that helped me build a bond with my daughter, and it helped to build respect that my daughter had for me as one of her parents. So the moral of the story, boys and girls, is figure out what kind of parent you want to be in divorce, and then make it happen. And we're going to do a little tidbit like that every week. And if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have suggestions, if you want to chime in with parts of your story, of your being a single parent, please do so. Send comments to our Facebook page, instant message me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or shoot me an email at jackandwocookingshow@yahoo.com. Okay. So we are just about ready, I think, to, we're going to add some cheese to our creation here. We're going to let the cheese melt while we warm up some tortillas.
What kind of cheese are you putting in there?
It's Mexican blend.
Nice.
Yep.
You can use any cheese you want.
Oh yeah. But since it's a burrito, I opted for Mexican blend.
Like Munster probably won't taste very good in there.
Yeah. Gouda might though.
That might, yeah. Limburger would.
Or cheddar might be better.
Could be. With sharpness though.
Yeah.
Seriously sharp, extra sharp, New York sharp, Vermont sharp,
Love
Wisconsin sharp.
Yep.
A lot of people make cheddar cheese.
The sharper you get, the better it tastes. Okay. So take a look at that one. Doesn't that look good?
It does.
How fast was that? That was like 5-10 minutes tops. That's with me.
Probably not even.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to turn the heat down. We're going to let that simmer a little bit. So I'm going to turn this bad boy off. And we're going to warm up some tortillas. Get these out of the way. Turn this guy on. Let these warm up for a few minutes. We warm them up, folks, just because if they're a little warm, they're easier to roll. And there's a couple of little tips I'm going to give you when we start rolling those. So we got our pound or so of Italian-style sausage. We've got our peppers, our onions, our potatoes, a little salt and pepper, and our cheese. And that's our burrito mix.
Well, where's all the flavor come from?
From the sausage.
There you go.
And bonus points for anybody who gets that movie reference. But there's a requirement to get that movie reference. You gotta be a good fella. Or I suppose you could get it from your godfather.
Yeah, I think it's been in a few things.
Okay. So you don't want these terribly hot. You just want to warm them up a little.
So they're nice and pliable.
Yeah. We're going to stir this up a little more so we get our eggs mixed in.
It's smelling good.
Yeah. I think it's going to be excellent, Mike.
No, no. Now do it like Mr. Burns. Excellent.
All right. Okay, we're just about ready to start rolling our burritos. Okay. So now, I've done this a few times, but I'm not the best at it. So bear with me, folks. The thing I've learned about this is that less is more. And if you put too much on your burrito, it makes it really hard to roll. So, what I'm gonna do,
Well, if you put not enough, it won't be filling.
that's right. So you really gotta have a happy medium. So I'm gonna give this one a try right here.
Would you do about 2 scoops with the ladle?
Yeah, about a scoop and a half. So I start with folding over the sides. Then I take the end here and I fold it all the way over. And I try to keep the sides in. Give that guy. And roll it. And there you go. We'll do another one. We'll try to do
Pretty good.
a little better job the next time. We'll turn this off.
Can you do it a little slower?
Yeah. Then I do a nice full spoonful to see how it comes out. You want to put it about a quarter of the way up of your tortilla. So we're going to fold sides in, and we're going to roll it all the way to the end. And then we just keep on rolling. Okay, there's 2.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
Keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling. Keep on trucking. So we're going to do one more. And then what I'll do, Mike, is once I get this one rolled, I'll cut it in half. So you can see all the ooey gooey deliciousness inside of it.
Awesome. Nice cross section.
Move this mixture up a little bit. So you want it on the kind of the front quarter of the burrito. And then again, fold on the sides. And all the way over. I think this one's going to come out even better, Mike.
It's one quick move, right?
Yeah.
Folding it off in the back.
There you go. Okay.
Awesome.
So now,
Cut it on the bias for that extra fancy look. There you go.
try.
There you go. It's all about presentation.
The trick with the knife is you want to just let the knife glide through. You don't want to press down too hard and push out the filling. And use a bread knife if you got one. What do you think, Mike?
Those look good. Can't wait to taste one.
Okay. So we're going to plate one up for you.
All right.
And we just happen to have some apple smoked bacon to go with it.
That's even better.
And we're going to add some fruit to try to make it a balanced meal.
What do we got there?
We got
Strawberries,
grapes,
cantaloupe.
cantaloupe, yep, some melon, some strawberries. There. How about a shot of that?
That looks good. Get it a little closer.
How's that look?
Looks
You want me
good.
to hold it up so you can zoom in on the cross section?
Yeah, I can get in there.
Okay.
That looks good.
All right, folks.
Now I'm gonna try it.
So give it a try, Mike.
I will.
Oh, wait, you know what? We have something else we need to do.
But
Hold the phone, Mike. I gotta show you guys how to wrap these. So you
oh, that's right.
freeze them for 30 days. So we take a sheet of tin foil, we take a sheet of wax paper, place the tortilla together, and again we just roll with it. The reason why we use the wax paper is sort of insulation, so that when you put it in the freezer, the frostbite doesn't get to it. And you just have to remember to remove it from the wax paper and the tin foil. And I know I probably shouldn't have to say that, but I'm guilty of forgetting to do that. Running like crazy in the morning, trying to get Morgan out the door, throw it in the microwave, and just remembered in time to take off the tin foil. So we'll do one more.
what's a good microwave time for that?
30 to 60 seconds. So you put it in for 30 seconds, take a look at it, see if it's as hot as you want it to be, and then if it is, pull it out. If not, set it up for another 30 seconds. Be sure to seal the ends really well so that the moisture doesn't get in. And that's how you make a make-ahead breakfast burrito. You can make 12 of them with this recipe, pop them in the freezer, and you've got breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever you want. Well, there you go, folks. That's another episode of the Jack and Mo Cooking Show. Happy cooking. Have a great day.